2, 3, start.
স্টার্ট হয়ে গেছে বলুন।
Okay. In today's class, I will tell you about a very important thing, and that is life in Sahara Desert or life in desert. Actually, as Sahara is situated or located in Africa continent, in the continent of Africa. Okay, so there are 11 countries that touch Sahara Desert, and the name of the 11 countries are: number one, Niger; number two, don't see. What are the? Egypt. Number three, Mali. Number four,
Mali is number
Mali is
4.
okay. Anyway, you name the countries that are in the Sahara Desert, that touch Sahara Desert. One, okay, you name Egypt, Mali,
Number 1
Algeria, okay. Number two,
number 2
Niger.
Niger.
Number three, Egypt. Number four, Mali. Number five, Sudan.
No,
Number six,
Sudan is
Number six,
Western Sahara. No,
yes,
Western Sahara. No. Niger.
Marijuana, Niger, okay.
Morocco, number 7.
Morocco, okay. Then Western Sahara,
Western Sahara তো already বলে দিয়েছি।
and there are other countries as well. Do you think that you fail to tell any name? Do you think? Again, just try to say 1, 2, 1. The countries: number 1, Algeria; number 2, Sudan; 3, Morocco; 4,
Mali;
5, Egypt; number 6,
Marijuana,
okay.
Morocco, Western Sahara,
okay. So South Sudan,
Niger,
okay. Niger, very good. Tunisia is a nice name. Tunisia, Tunisia, no? Tunisia, very good name. People are also good. The people of Morocco are very, very beautiful. Maybe black skinned, maybe copper color. The skin color is copper. Is that clear? That's why these people actually look very beautiful, and these people go to Europe. Moroccan, the people of Morocco, or the Moroccans, they go to work in countries like Germany, France, Italy. Understood? Even Switzerland also. They just go there to work as daily. They also like to hold different posts, but most of them work as day laborer. Okay. Now, in factory workers as well in these countries. By the way, in today's topic is very interesting. Why? Because we are going to learn about life in the desert, but we don't know whether it is a hot desert that we are going to learn about, or cold desert. Actually, desert is a place. First of all, you need to know what is a desert. We call desert Morubhumi. It means the place that is a land of the dead. Understood? Moru stands for dead, Bhumi, land, the land of the dead. But here it's just, I have tried my best to give you an idea about what we are going to read. Okay. The place where the people, understood, find it very difficult to live. Desert is a place which is full of sand. Understood? So is it possible for people to live in desert? No. Quite impossible. And world's largest desert is Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert is located in in the continent of Africa. Okay. And I have already told you the name of 11 countries that touch Sahara Desert. Okay. And we must read about the people living in those countries, the cultivation, the climate, okay, and whether the changes are happening or not, whether the changes, are being experienced by people living in those countries, okay, whether there is change in the lifestyle as well. Understood? So let's start. Sahara Desert, actually, by the day, the temperature is high. in the Sahara Desert, the temperature is, why is it called Sahara Desert? Once Sahara Desert, the place where we see the Sahara Desert, was once a place which even had the rivers flowing through it. Understood? But due to climate change, understood, and due to separation of a particular piece of land of the earth, understood, due to you might have read about, I think, as you are not a student of 11 12, naturally you don't know, naturally you don't know why, understood, once Africa, which was a part of Asia, understood, separated, understood. It is because of climate change, what the we see as Africa today was once a part of Asia. They actually, due to you have to read about climate and the reason behind the separation of Africa from Asia. Okay, so now what happened, due to climate change, this place, understood, became desert. Desertification, due to desertification, the place which was like our country, like continent Asia, understood, once a land through which even Sahara Desert used to be a place through which rivers flew, understood, it was not a desert, but as that particular continent called Africa separated from Asia. This is why, with the passage of time, this place, due to climate change, understood, entire land, understood, a big area of around 9.2 million square kilometer turned into desert, with 11 countries touching it. Okay, and I have already told you the name of these countries, like Egypt, Sudan, okay, Mali. I have already told you to name a few. The place Sahara Desert, it has got high temperature. Okay, during the day it is very hot. Clear? Even you cannot walk on the sand. Sand gets too hot, and if your feet touch now, it will burn, for fear of, understood, getting burned, understood. The people living in the desert wear robes to protect themselves from the storm, and also sometimes there are some storm, clear, and people find it difficult to go about in the desert from one place to another. They need dresses like this, understood, they wear clothes, they use ropes, clear. And another very important thing is, life in the desert is very, very difficult, understood. Why the life in the desert is very difficult? Because the land, understood, is full of sand. Wherever you go, you will see only sand. But does it mean that nothing is cultivated? There are some crops, vegetables, understood, grown or cultivated, even in some countries of Sahara Desert. And what are those vegetables and crops? Wheat, barley, understood. Then millet, maize, these are actually grown. Wheat is cultivated in limited places, like where there is water. Like there are some oases, understood. Oasis is a place where there is water in the desert. Otherwise, desert is full of problems. Wherever you go, you only see what? Sand. And the people of Sahara Desert use camels, understood, as a means of transport to go from one side of the desert to another. They depend on, this is their means of transport, understood, to go from one place to another. They depend on camels. Okay, and camel is known as sheep of the desert. You might have read about it in your primary classes or as a baby. Understood? Now, the people who live in the Sahara deserts, understood, are very like some nomads. Okay, some of them are called Bedouins. Understood? Bedouins, nomads. These people actually live in different countries that touch Sahara Desert. Egypt, Tunisia, Sudan, Mali. Okay, and what do these people do? Some depend on agriculture. Have told you, have named the crops that are grown. Vegetables. Have told you about melons. Okay, and even dates. Even date is also found. It's cultivated in Sahara Desert. Understood? Another very important thing, as it is in Africa, the people are black skin. Understood? The color of their skin is black, clear. And besides that, these days, some mineral resources are found in some of the countries of, you know, Sahara Desert, that touch Sahara Desert. In those countries, some industries are, coming up, and they actually give us minerals like phosphorus. Understood? Radium, valuable thing, oil, clear. And the people who used to like go from one place to another, understood, on using camels as their means of transport. Some people even like they, some most of them like they were they laid, understood, a life that was like that of the primitive people. Okay, not primitive, I must not say primitive, like what can I say, gypsies. They always move from one place to another. Okay, because they didn't have fixed, understood, source of income. They had to search for livelihood. Their day began with a lot of things to do. Not only bringing water from a distant place, understood, but also looking for food, and going, it involved going from one place to another. And that's how they spent the whole day. And they were very poor. And due to this climatic condition, as the days are as hot as the nights are cold. Days are as hot as the nights are cold. During day the temperature is high, and at night it nearly 0 degree. So days are as hot as the nights are cold. If the temperature is 0 degree during night, it is freezing cold, right or not? So the people living in the deserts find it very difficult to live there. But as the industries in the modern and understood in the modern age, the people of these countries, 11 countries living in Sahara Desert, okay, these people nowadays, started working in those oil refineries, understood, in their countries, and their lifestyle is changing day by day. Some of them started doing some office jobs, some towns grew up in those countries. Clear? There is change in the lifestyle. Now they started taking to the cities, city life. They have become city dwellers. Understood? They started living in the cities. City dwellers means those who live in the city. Because earlier they used to live in the deserts, as due to the changes that their lives saw. Understood? In the modern world, some changes happened. Some oil refineries came up. Some industries also came up, because there are some mineral resources also. Radium, I've told you, radium, phosphorus, even iron. Understood? So people started living like the city dwellers, because some cities came up. They, even their profession also changed. Understood? They used to like work as in their fields. Some of them, cultivation was their main profession. Now it changed. Now they work in the factories. They became factory workers. Clear. And even they work in industries. Their life changed. Some hospitals came up. The modern facilities reached their homes. And even they became city dwellers. Understood? And even some of them work and hold different posts in different companies set up in their own countries. Clear? The it change is because of the change. Clear? This change that happened, civilizational changes, or due to industrial developments in those countries, the lifestyle of the people saw sea change. Understood? And now people are very quite happy in those countries. But there are places where there is not as life is not as easy as it is for those countries where a lot of development took place. Clear? Now, I think you have understood what are there is one river. Understood? And the name of the river is River Nile. Understood? And on the bank of the River Nile, there is some alluvial soil, and this in Egypt. The people living there also depend on agriculture, because I have named certain crops and vegetables which are cultivated in those countries, especially Egypt. Understood? Wheat, millet, barley. I've told you. And there are some countries where there is land irrigation is done. Clear? Now, if you have understood, I think you have understood, life in the Sahara Desert, right? I've told you about temperature. I've told you about the countries that touch Sahara Desert. Okay. I've told you about the climate. Okay. I have told you about, I don't think I've told you about the animals found in Sahara Desert and the vegetables and plants. I think cactus, understood, is found in desert, Sahara Desert, cactus. And dates, clear? These are the plants. And in the oasis, there are some other trees as well. Understood? And some big trees also can be found. And now I would like you to get, it was an example of hot desert. What is can you tell me what is the largest desert on earth? Largest desert on earth is Sahara Desert. Where is it located? It is located in the continent of Africa. What is the total area of Sahara Desert? 9.2 million square kilometer. Okay. How many countries touched Sahara Desert? 11 countries. You have already known. You have already been told the names of those countries. Clear? Now I have told you about the fruits, about the crops, about the trees. Understood? Found in Sahara Desert. Clear? And I have even told you about some changes that happened due to industrialization in those countries. Some cities came up, people started living modern life. Even if you look at, in Arabian countries, they made a lot of progress. Nice cities came up, isn't it? So we have the living example is you just sit in front of your TV. It will bring the whole world into your little drawing room, and you can see the changes happening in those countries. So why should they live far behind? They cannot. They are people of modern world. They enjoy the facilities that we actually are proud of. Understood? In our country, like we Indians avail ourselves of all the facilities of modern lives. But there are few things that have not yet reached our countries, but in an era of internet, nothing is impossible. Clear? Everything is only a click away. Whenever you are free, just use your mobile phone to know about the developments that happened in all the 11 countries that understood Sahara Desert touch, or that touch Sahara Desert. Clear? Is that clear? So Sahara is a hot desert. Sahara is an example of a hot desert. Clear? Now, another desert that is left to learn about, understood, is cold desert. But is it possible for a desert to be cold? Yes. It is. Cold desert is also there. The place which will have very small population. Understood? And it's a cold desert. And what is the name of this desert? The name of this desert is Ladakh. Leh. Understood? Where is it located? You may ask me, where is it located, sir? You please tell me. Actually, Leh is located, clear? Leh is on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay? And it is in 300 meter. Clear? This place is a mountainous area, understood? And above it, there is Karakoram range, understood? Which is around 8,000 meter. Clear? And there is, Janskar range, which is below it. And this is how if the examiner tell you to arrange all the entire area, all the mountains, understood, in the Ladakh area, in Ladakh, you can name first Karakoram, then Leh, and below it Janskar, Zanskar. Okay. So these are the places. You can now tell me, why is it cold desert? Yes, it is the coldest place on earth. Ladakh is the coldest place on earth. And the temperature is sometimes minus 40 degree, minus 50 degree. Think of people living in those places. Is it possible for human beings to live or survive? Is it possible? No, it's impossible, quite impossible. But people live there. Vegetation is sparse, but don't the people living in those places, understood, depend on agriculture? Yes, they depend on agriculture. What are the things then, and where are they cultivated? In those places in summer. In certain places in Leh and Ladakh in summer. Understood? And the people, if they greet you, they will say Jule Babu. Jule means good morning. Understood? Jule Babu Jule. If you go to Ladakh, you will see people speaking Ladakhi language. Okay. Another thing is the temperature. I have told you about the climate. It's very, very cold. Understood? But sometime in summer, during day, the sunlight is very, it seems as if it is burning sunlight. Okay. Sunlight, it is too hot. But sometimes, in summer, you see the sunlight, bright light of the sun. But entire year, this place is frozen. The land that you walk on is packed with snow. Okay. You people find it really very, very difficult to live in Leh and Ladakh. And the places that you see there are, number one, Kargil. Okay. And above it, there is Karakoram, I have told you, Leh and Ladakh, and below Janskar. Okay. Then, what are the things that the people, for survival, what are the fruits and crops, okay, or the vegetables that they grow? The main vegetables that they grow are, I've told you, barley, wheat also, barley, and peas. Peas,
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some groups of willows, clear, and especially they are found in the valleys, clear. And if you tell me what are the animals found in Leh and Ladakh, I must say goats, understood. Then mountain goats, and then sheep, clear. And there is also another very important animal, that is they have yeah, these two will do, okay. And there are some, even some cows are there. They depend on milk as well, the cow milk, okay. They rear they rear animals like goats, okay, sheep and cows for milk and meat, understood, and hides. Now, another thing you can ask me, whether the people living in Leh and Ladakh have a culture of their own or not. Yes, 3,000-year-old culture. Most of them, people living there, are, some of them are Muslims, but most of them are Buddhist. Understood? And they have some monasteries. As they are Buddhist, as they practice Buddhism, there are some monasteries. And these monasteries are like in places like these monasteries are called like Malayu, and this, and people of Leh and Ladakh, understood, are very honest people, understood. They also are friendly, and even if you go to places like Ladakh, they actually love their culture. They keep their area very clean. But there are tourists who go to those places. Sometimes the low lying, the people who go from almost entire India, and people from outside, they sometimes make certain areas dirty, but they shouldn't do it. This is very bad thing. But these people actually are honest, okay, and freedom-loving people, and they actually don't disturb the tourists. But we should not do it. Next time we go, we must keep the sense of cleanliness, okay, and we must try to like try to not you know uh, do harm either to their culture or their we must try to keep Leh and Ladakh, the cities, understood, clean, because we all are Indians. And Ladakh is a part of India, I've told you, understood. Now it is an union territory. Earlier it was a part of Jammu and Kashmir. Now it is separate. Clear? So I've told you about the religion that the people of Leh and Ladakh practice. Actually, their religion is, some people, some Ladakhis, some people of Ladakh practice Islam, and most of them are Buddhist. And there are some monasteries also. I've told you about this, and they have a 3,000-year-old understood civilization of culture. Is that clear? And I think I have told you about the animals, about the plants, about the trees, about almost everything, and about the climate as well. Minus 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, okay, in winter. And during the day, it's freezing cold. And in summer, you can see, burning sunlight, but and the vegetation is scanty vegetation. Is that clear? So this is all about the cold desert and the hot desert. I have told you, and I'm sure that you have learned almost everything about these two deserts, cold desert and hot desert. Understood? And I have told you where is it? Where is Leh and Ladakh? It is on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. With this, I come to the end of the class. If you think that you have benefited from our class, don't forget to give me a like. Bye.